How do you start investing in REITs in Kenya, or rather, how do you start buying REITs in Kenya? It's simple, super simple. All the three REITs, ILAM, FAHARI, I-REIT, Econ D-REIT, Econ I-REIT, all of them are available on the Nairobi Securities Exchange. All of them are listed on the Nairobi Securities Exchange, but the ILAM FAHARI I-REIT is listed on the main exchange, which means that you, as soon as today, as long as you have a CDS account, you can go there and buy shares of the ILAM FAHARI I-REIT, just the normal way you'd go over there and buy Safaricom stock, equity, KCB, and the likes. The Econ D-REIT and the Econ I-REIT, however, are listed on the lesser known section of the Nairobi Securities Exchange, known as the unquoted securities platform. This is an over-the-counter platform, an over-the-counter market on the Nairobi Securities Exchange. And first, in this video, we will tackle all the details about how you can buy the ILAM FAHARI I-REIT, or how you can invest in the ILAM FAHARI I-REIT. And then in the subsequent videos, we are going to handle the details on how you can invest in the Econ D-REIT and the Econ I-REIT. And so if you're happy with what's about to happen, give this video a thumbs up. It helps YouTube distribute it to more people. Now, so let's talk about investing in the ILAM FAHARI I-REIT. First of all, let's look at the structure of the ILAM FAHARI I-REIT. Let's look at the ins and outs of this right. So, as shown on the screen, we know by now you already know all the parties involved in running of a REIT. If you don't, please go back and watch all the other videos in this investing in REITs in Kenya series. Okay. So first of all, the trustee of the ILAM FAHARI I-REIT is the Cooperative Bank of Kenya. The REIT manager is the ICA Lion Asset Management Limited. Capital Markets Authority for regulation is involved. Nairobi Securities Exchange is involved because that is where it's listed. KRA, as always, is involved. Though we'll later learn that REITs are exempted from taxes, and I will explain later how that works. And then there are service providers involved in this REIT, property managers, valuers, structural engineers, legal advisors, tax advisors, and auditors. This is shown on the left side of the screen. And then, so the ILAM FAHARI I-REIT, being the only REIT that is listed on the main platform, invests in two things. 75% of its value is invested in real estate investments, just like that is required by the Capital Markets Authority, and 25% is invested in cash and cash equivalents. Which properties, down there we can see the properties that the ILAM FAHARI I-REIT owns. The Greenspan Mall, which is a retail store, it's those sides. It's in Donholm actually. Bay Holdings Limited, it's an office or light industrial property. And we have Signature International Limited. This is also an office or light industrial property. And then the Sterling Park Properties Limited, this is an office building. So as you can see, in a nutshell, this is the structure of the ILAM FAHARI I-REIT. Now that you understand the structure of the ILAM I-REIT, let's talk about how you can actually buy or invest in the ILAM FAHARI I-REIT in Kenya. A few things. One, you need a CDS account, and so this is the normal CDS account provided by stockbrokers when you want to buy stocks in all these other companies, equity, KCB, Safaricom, and the likes. And a CDSC account is an electronic account that stores your shares from the different companies that you own. So if you own Safaricom, KCB, equity, ILAM FAHARI I-REIT, if you own several of those, your CDSC account should be able to reflect how many shares that you own in each of these companies. It's an electronic account, and so you need a CDS account. If you don't, or if you already have one, the one that you use to buy shares, it's the same one that you will use to buy the ILAM FAHARI I-REIT. If you don't, go to a licensed stockbroker open a CDS account as soon as today. It's free to open for most companies. That is, it's free to set up a CDS account. I will, in the description box, I will leave a link to show you all the licensed stockbrokers in Kenya, because it's also important to use licensed stockbrokers. Next, the minimum amount of units or shares that you can buy of the ILAM FAHARI I-REIT, as just like all other stocks, it's 100. And so, as you can see on your screen, this is a sample purchase order, a sample purchase order of mine when I bought the ILAM FAHARI I-REIT. And so, as you can see on the screen, there is the order value. That is how much, the rates that I was buying cost, the brokerage fee. These brokers charge a fee, transaction charges 5.85, and the total for this transaction was 636.76 Kenyan shillings. So yes, what I'm simply saying, with less than 700 bob or with 636 shillings, it's possible for you to start owning part of the ILAM FAHARI I-REIT, which means that you will have a stake in Greenspan Mall, Bay Holdings, Highway House 67 Kitanga Place. Basically, with 700 shillings, you can walk into Greenspan Mall, and instead of thinking I'm here to shop, you think I own a piece of this. Think of, it's a change of mindset. It's as opposed to I'm here to be a consumer. It's like I'm here to be an owner. So now I can ask you, who told you or who said that investing is reserved for the wealthy? With as little as this amount, 700 bob, you can start investing. And by the way, I did a whole video of 9 investments you can start investing. You can start investing with as little as 1,000 shillings in Kenya, and I will link it up to that to prove my point even further, that investing is not reserved for the wealthy. And then as much as now you know the simple steps that are required for you to start owning the ILAM FAHARI I-REIT, I often get asked, so Agatha, when the ILAM FAHARI I-REIT listed on the Nairobi Securities Exchange, it was trading at 20 bob, but now it's been trading at between 6 and 7 bob. What happened? How comes this asset shed 65% of its value? REITs are a foreign concept in Kenya, despite the fact that they started all the way in 2013 when the law was passed. Very few people know about real estate investment trusts. In fact, the average person that I meet who knows about real estate investment trusts knows about them from my blog, thewealthtribe.com, because I have the ultimate guide there, an article there that talks about everything you need to know about investing in REITs. So the average person knows about REITs courtesy of me. And by that, I'd be so happy if you tell me in the comment section whether you heard about REITs from me. And then, so the reason this asset has shed 65% of its worth is that it's a foreign concept. And just like I told you that a REIT, the price fluctuates just like any other stock, depending on demand and supply. So there's no demand. There hasn't been a demand for these REITs. So if there's no demand, then the price will obviously go down. It will obviously shed. It's a simple concept in economics. But that being said, investing in REITs is still a good investment because of the dividends that you get and the capital gains, because at the end of the day, the fundamental thing about investing in REITs is that they invest in real estate investments. And if you'd like to have access to a report, the latest ILAM FAHARI I-REIT financials report, I will leave a link in the description box for you to leave your email, and I will email it to you. If you like this video, as always, give it a thumbs up by liking so that YouTube can distribute it to more people. Thank you.